Araba salami am teralaya na salam.
This video is an interview with Father Samuel Barhoum and his wife Susan. I'm Dale Stipford. I interviewed Samuel and Susan in April 2005 in Nazareth. They are Palestinians. Their families have lived in Palestine, Israel for many centuries. Samuel is rector for several Episcopalian parishes in the Nazareth area, and Susan works for a non-profit organization. Nazareth is a city in northern Israel. Samuel and Susan, born and living in Israel, are Israeli citizens, as well as their children. In this video, they speak of how they are less than second-class citizens in the land of their ancestors. The video was filmed in their home. The occasional noises heard in the video are sounds of family and city life going on around us.
Legally, we're Israeli citizens, and we live in Israel. I mean, Palestinians have lived here for centuries, even before Israel came into being. My father's family can trace his family back to the 4th century. As Christians in Palestine. The thing is, in Israel, all these people, many people lost their homes and lost their lands and were evicted from their homes. And over 400 villages were destroyed. And some who didn't flee to Lebanon or to other parts of the world went to other little villages and became part of that community. And about 25% of the Palestinians in Israel are displaced, so that they don't live in their original place of residence. And there's a lot of different procedures and laws that Israel uses to discriminate against the Arabs. In education, budgets that are allocated to Arab villages are a lot less than what is allocated to Jewish villages of the same size. The same for local councils. And so local councils can't provide the services that are needed for the people because they don't have the budgets. So there's all forms of discrimination that you face daily. But it's, as I said, it's more subtle than facing a soldier. And in a way, it's harder to deal with. Because when you see a soldier, you know how to deal with it. You have somebody in front of you that you can vent your anger or protest. But when it's a subtle discrimination that you deal, it's very tiring and very nerve-wracking. Try to teach love, and sometimes it's very difficult to teach love when you see, especially for the children, when they see a child being beaten by a soldier, or they can't go to a certain place because they're Palestinians, and things like that. It's hard not to breed hatred. I mean, we don't want hatred. We try to teach them that they're humans too, but they're doing wrong things. And we love them as humans, but we hate their acts. And try to, try to pray for them as well as pray for ourselves. That God will give us strength to carry on, as well as God will maybe show them the right way, that this isn't how things should be. You can't inflict suffering on another people and expect no reaction.
And peace, as Jesus said, blessed are the peacemakers, not the peace talkers. What I believe that all the world are peace talkers now. There's no peacemakers. And they just ignore the Palestinian issues, ignore the Palestinian situation, and they don't want to understand that in purpose. The whole world. And if you want to go in a peace process, you have to teach your kids and my kids to have better generation with no bitterness, with no hatred.